So lately, I've been watching The Bad Batch. I've been watching it weekly, and I kind of just lost track. I'm not gonna lie, I'm becoming more of a casual Star Wars fan. I don't really watch every single episode of every TV show that comes out. However, I like to pick and choose what I get to invest my time in. So far, from what I've been seeing, Bad Batch has been an up and down roller coaster in terms of quality. The main concern I have with The Bad Batch is that every other episode seems to be some kind of adventure that doesn't really have anything to do with the main story. We get a bunch of side quests that inevitably doesn't really matter, and it's just fan service. Especially with how season 2 has been so far, I'm afraid that it's becoming like The Walking Dead, where the 7th, 8th, and the 16th episodes are the only episodes where things are actually happening and something that progresses this main story. I find myself wanting to only watch certain episodes like The Clone Conspiracy, Truth and Consequences, and The Outpost. Essentially episodes that revolve around the aftermath of Order 66. We get so much information, content, and we get so much story. The last episode that I watched was The Outpost, and the following episode, Pabu, I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I just lost interest again, and that's the sad part. I never really got to the end, even though it's very close. I heard that the season finale is fairly good. However, it just doesn't interest me when there has been so many filler episodes that could be taken out and just focus on those main storyline episodes, and it just flows better. It doesn't seem like this particular TV show is going to go anywhere. It seems like we're just going to get a bunch of fillers throughout the entire season of 16 episodes, where it could be boiled down to 8 to 10 episodes with just main story. Essentially, I think I'm just going to be casually watching The Bad Batch only when I do feel like it, or if there is something important. If I could skip episodes, I most definitely will. It sucks that this is what comes after the Clone Wars, considering how great of a final season it had. And it also seems very repetitive. Again, there's only so many things that you can do with a runaway story that it becomes bland. The only interesting character that I find so far is Crosshair, and he's the villain. The main characters aren't as interesting as him because he has choices to make. He has so many things to go through, so many things to learn, but the very thing that the squad learns is the same thing over and over in every single episode. The only difference right now is that Echo left, and that was a very big consequence, as that episode says. After that, I thought that it was going to keep going in terms of quality, but it just dies down, and again goes back to the formula of the opening, the mid-season, and the season finale, and it seems like it's just not going to progress as much. So far, there are only a couple episodes that I liked. This is something that I'm not going to watch weekly because the quality of the content isn't so promising. You get one episode that tackles very great character development, and then the next episode is just the same thing as the previous episodes. So it's just, I'm just going to have to pick and choose like how I did with the Clone Wars. So anyway, I hope that season 3 does become better. Hopefully season 3 tackles other subjects, and hopefully we get actual consequences for the things that they go through, and we actually make progress in the story. Because right now the progress is so slow. We don't really know what's happening with the episode. Even the very first episode of the season, we don't really get like a main objective that they kind of go through. We just got kind of go through a bunch of side objectives, and then the main objective is in the background with other people involved, and then our main characters just come in and save the day, and then they leave, which is essentially the same as the previous episodes as the normal episodes, but this time the main story and the side story become mashed together, which is great. So far, I think that season 2 is definitely better than season 1. However, whenever they do go to the right direction, it seems like they're afraid to take it further, and they keep going to different directions that don't really matter. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is just my thoughts on season 2. I still have to finish it. Hopefully I can get through it, and hopefully I can review the whole thing and kind of go through a tier list of the episodes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good day. All right, take care.